Whew, all right. Well, we at it. Of course, I knew some scandalous ass question was gonna come. By the way, this is Terrell Hall of Fame, D-Line, tbkc, all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Um, this question, and the question is simple. It's after all we did to start to breed. Why do I feel like Dave Wilson sold out? So I guess it's more of an opinion. I really don't know. I think I can tell you this, right? This is the things I can tell you for sure. I don't think that Dave believes in the dogs that he's promoting. I know this for a fact. That's why he's not proud of them. That's why he hasn't put out a bunch of stuff. That's why when he gets in his feelings, he always talks about bringing Little Roe back or bringing, Little Rizzy back or, doing the old school breeding is because he's not feeling this shit. You never. The funniest thing is, now you think about this, out of all the so-called big time extreme dogs and all these big time dogs that are going around, how many breedings have you actually seen Dave Wilson do with any of those dogs? And he has access to pretty much all of them. One of the reasons is that he just doesn't believe in that shit. He sells it just because he has to sell it. Now he has a partner, that's what they sell. You got to take care of the bills. It is what it is. As far as why I think he did it, I just think sometimes you get in too deep. I gave y'all the rundown of the multitude of situations with him getting into it with everybody in their lead edge and being pulled in different angles, this way, that way, trying to hold on to this friend, trying to do this by backstabbing others. And ultimately, sometimes, man, you got to be strong, And this is not like to take a slight at Dave, and it will be a slight, but it's not to try to. Is that, every man is built differently, It's just that simple. And y'all know how that shit go. It's just like sometimes they tell you don't take things from certain people because you're gonna own them for the rest of your life. Well, Dave is one of those people who always had a hard time saying no to people. So, when you get people who are willing to come in and take advantage because they have their agenda to do whatever and they reel you in, you end up tied to those people, He was tied to multiple people back when I was around. I was not one of them because I never held things over his head. I dumped a whole lot of money into the abkc and to the American Bully period, but I never was the person to say, you owe me this and you owe me that, it need to get done like this, and that just wasn't me. I had other shit going on. Now, he got out of some of those situations, and y'all know he tied to Bashar. He's tied to a circle of people that really, it's about money. They're telling you it's about money. And when you're tied to these people and you really don't, have the balls to fight or do what you need to do to, to represent yourself properly or your vision properly, you get on the phone with old friends and you talk about how terrible it is and you wish that you could get out and you wish and you just tired of it and this, that, and the other, and you vent to people, which Dave does all the time. But the truth of the matter is that he went in too deep. You shook hands with too many devils, and finally, your ass got burnt up. That's just the end of the day. If you ask me in my heart of hearts, if he had a magical button he could hit where he could go back and the whole original EE stayed together and the abkc was jumping with the real dogs and we had did everything the right way and the dogs was way better today, he would hit that motherfucking button 32 times in a row. But the thing of it is that it's just like a lie. When you tell one lie, you got to tell another one to cover it up. And I mean, he's just in a pattern of lies and in a pattern of just sad shit. And I'm not happy that it turned out this way for him, and I'm not happy that it turned out this way for the community. But a lot of people think it's some big master plan and this, that, and the other. And nah, man, just sometimes, and this is my belief on it, sometimes you just you keep on going a little bit too far. You know what I mean? And that's what was him. He just kept going a little bit too far, a little bit too far, a little bit too far. Finally, the shit caught up to him, man. And it's unfortunate that the whole community had to suffer, and that control did get in the wrong people's hands. But at the end of the day, we all got to be men, and we all got to stand up for what we believe, men and women, by the way. But we got to stand up for what we believe and do the right thing, and those things weren't done, and this is why we're in the situation that we're in now. But we'll bounce back, man. We got a bunch of solid people. It's just not going to be with them over there. Y'all know who controls Dave Wilson. You know who controls the abkc. Y'all know what the element is over there. They've been showing you, they've been telling you, and it's no more need to debate it. We got the videos, we got the lies. Dave will never be back. Dave will never be back to who he was, because Dave is not a confrontational person who's willing to stand up to some people and say, hey, this shit is wrong, man. We got to fix this shit. He's going to go along. He's going to get his money, you know, as compensation for selling his soul. And he'll never have the balls to, you know, to stand up for it. So it's sort of a deal that works out for him, you know. He gets paid for not having balls. That's basically it, you know. But that's my thought process on it. The person who asked this question went into a lot of deep, diabolical thought process. No, man, it really ain't as serious as you think it is. It's not a well thought out plan. It's just a dude who made way too many deals, and now he's stuck with the worst one. Maybe we'll rap a little bit about that tomorrow. Until next time, y'all, much love. God bless. Peace.